Hi everyone and welcome to the Truck King YouTube channel. We have another towing job to get done today. Today is Power Sports Return Day. We just did a full review on that Can-Am Commander and that Honda Foreman ATV. So if you want to see those, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. But no, this video is all about that right there. That's the 2021 F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid. Now recently we had an F-150 with just the regular EcoBoost and we did a long fuel economy run. So in this video I want to see if going for this hybrid is actually worth it. So we're going to do a long unloaded fuel economy run, and then of course we're going to return those machines. I'll tell you what it's like to tow with and what the fuel economy is while we're pulling the trailer. Make sure you stay tuned. Good morning, folks. Here we are driving in this F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid, and it's another day focused on fuel economy. Now, if you've seen recently on the channel, we did a long 250 kilometer loop with a Chevy Silverado 3-liter diesel and a Ford F-150 with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. None of the hybrid stuff, just the EcoBoost engine. So I thought, well, we have good fuel economy numbers for those two trucks. Why don't I do it for this PowerBoost Hybrid too? So what am I doing? Well, I am driving as efficiently as possible. I have it in eco mode. I'm being super delicate with the throttle, and I'm doing my best to get the best numbers possible. And when I'm done this run, we will be able to compare exactly how this hybrid compares to just the regular EcoBoost when it comes to fuel economy. And then maybe more importantly, I'm really curious to see if I can beat out what we got in that 3-liter diesel, because the hybrid, that one of the selling features is, it's going to get you the fuel economy and it's going to get you the torque of a diesel, but it's not a diesel engine. You don't have to deal with the driving characteristics of a diesel, which some people don't like. So I'm driving this hybrid now, and I'll report along the way on how it's going. Now we're cruising in town, and I want to mention how much information this F-150 gives you as the driver. I'm using the EV Coach right now. You can see it here. It's basically just a little bar that moves left and right, but once that bar gets past a certain threshold, well, the engine's gonna kick on. So it's telling you whether you're all electric or driving in hybrid mode, or maybe most importantly, when you are regenerating power, because when you're coasting or when you are braking, you are actually regenerating power. And it's nice to see how much you're regenerating, and especially when you're braking, you can kind of lay into the brakes a little bit more, or even hold the brakes for longer to try to recharge as much as you possibly can. In fact, I'm coasting down a hill right now and it's recharging, and that's always a nice feeling, knowing that you're regaining some power. Plus, I'm in all electric mode. This is one of the beauty things about this hybrid. Now that I'm around town, I'm just doing 50 kilometers an hour. It's all electric, and as long as you're really gentle with the accelerator, you got to be gentle, but as long as you are, you can keep this F-150 in all electric mode for quite a while. Now, the reason we got this truck back is because it is AJAC's Eco Month. So AJAC is the Automobile Journalists Association of Canada. Dad and I are both members, and this is AJAC's Eco Month. So basically, for the entire month of June, AJAC journalists are trying to focus on fuel economy and on vehicles that have technologies that are helping to save fuel. So coming up this whole month, we're going to be testing a number of different vehicles for Eco Month. When we saw the list, though, of course, we said, hey, the F-150 PowerBoost, we'd like that one first, please. So we're starting off with this pickup truck, but like I said, throughout the month, you'll see some more fuel economy focused vehicles and videos. Alrighty, folks, I just pulled in here at the test property, and now I can show you the fuel economy. Bam! We did 7.8 liters per 100 over 138 kilometers. No, sorry, it's not the full 250 we did with the other truck. I'm just a little time constrained today because I got so many things to return. But still, I think that's a really decent look at what you can get out of this hybrid if you're trying really hard to maximize your fuel efficiency. And I can change over the units over here on the middle. So you can see in the US, that is 30.3 MPG over 86 miles. And I love that it does tell you exactly how many of those miles were electric. Now let's compare. Here's a screenshot from my run with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost in the F-150. So you can see the hybrid got 2 miles per gallon better than that non-hybrid model. Comparing it to the Chevy Silverado diesel, well, in that 3 liter we managed 37 MPG. So yes, the diesel was 7 miles per gallon better than what we got here in the hybrid. Now it's time to load up the trailer and hit the road. Now we're setting off with this trailer back there, and right off the hop, the first thing I'm noticing, it is much harder to stay in all electric mode. I do have this thing still in eco mode, so I'm trying to squeeze the best fuel economy out of it that I can, but the second it goes to all electric mode, I'm using my EV coach, I'm trying to be gentle with the pedal, and basically I just keep slowing down until it wants me to stop. To stay in all electric mode, it's not feasible. So yes, with that load on, much harder to drive an EV only, so it's going to be really interesting to see what the fuel economy difference is comparing the trailer number to the unloaded number. Now in terms of the actual weight and the truck, it's handling it great. I mentioned the Can-Am back there is over 1,600 pounds, the ATV is 600 pounds, the trailer is 2,000, so yeah, we're over 4,000 pounds actually, but no issue for this truck. And actually it's not even loaded the best. I have to take the Honda off first, so I didn't want to put it in the front, so I put the Can-Am all the way pushed up to the front. Not ideal dynamics for the trailer, but honestly, from behind the wheel, you'd never know it. It doesn't feel like too much tongue weight. The rear end was squatting just a little bit. And yeah, dynamically, look, no hands on the wheel. This thing is just simple and easy to drive. It remains quiet. Suspension is maybe even a little more comfortable now than it was before. Yeah, I can't come up with any complaints when it comes to towing with this F-150 PowerBoost. I mentioned all the great EV information the truck offers, but there's a whole number of towing screens here too I want to show you. So first there's trailer information that offers info on the trailer you have on now. Then there's a trailer light check. It'll check your trailer lights for you on the go. That's pretty cool. Then there's towing status. It's going to give you pitch and roll, how much steering you're dialing in, and your trailer brake gain. The driver assistance screen is built in here too, so that's showing you your lane keep assist as well as your adaptive cruise control. A lot of excellent information here in the truck when it comes to towing and the hybrid setup. So the big question that emerges with PowerBoost Hybrid is it worth it? Well, here in this Lariat model, the base engine is a 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6. Now, if you step up to the hybrid, you're gonna spend a little bit over $4,800 here in Canada. So it is a fairly expensive option, but remember, going for the PowerBoost also gets you the standard 2 kilowatts of power in the bed, and then if you want that optional 7 kilowatts, well, you have to have this PowerBoost Hybrid. So if you're really looking forward to that, you know, power generation or the generator feature, the PowerBoost Hybrid is going to serve you well. Now, I've brought up the regenerative braking a couple of times, but I do have to say, I think Ford actually missed an opportunity here. Now, with a lot of electric vehicles, just straight up EVs, you can choose the amount of regenerative braking you want, so much so that a lot of EVs are basically a one-pedal driving experience. You just use the throttle. The second you lift off the throttle, there's so much regenerative braking going on just by using those electric motors, they're going to bring you right to a stop. Now, here in the F-150, you cannot choose the amount of regen you get, and I wish you could, especially for controlling a load down a hill. When you have these long grades, we generally use the transmission to control the load by downshifting and essentially just letting the RPM and the engine braking control the load. But with an electric motor, it would be awesome if on a steep downhill, I could crank up the regen and essentially allow the electric motor to not only regenerate maximum power, but to also control my speed and my load going down that hill. The F-150 doesn't do that. It is still excellent at controlling the load down the hill using the transmission, but like I said, I think there's a bit of a missed opportunity there where the regenerative braking could have been selectable, allowing the driver to, really dial it in when you want that control. I mentioned in the empty loop I was trying to get the best fuel economy possible, and that is still true with the trailer on. However, I am on a 400 series highway right now, so I am going a little bit quicker now with the trailer than I was when I was empty, so that will obviously play a role. I'm doing exactly 100 kilometers an hour right now, and when I was empty I was between 80 and 90, although usually closer to 90, so about a 10 kilometer an hour difference with the trailer, but that's gonna affect the fuel economy. And here we are, folks, just pulled into my driveway, and let's check the trip. So trip 1, this is just with the trailer on, so leaving from the cottage test facility to here, we did 225 kilometers, and we did 14.3 liters per 100K, which for a 4,000 pound trailer seems pretty decent. I'll switch it over to US. That is 16.4 MPG. And yes, we even managed to get 20 electric miles in there. Well, folks, we are home now. That means we are coming to the end of this one. The Honda's returned. I'll run that Can-Am back in the morning. So what's the verdict on this PowerBoost Hybrid? Well, first of all, it is certainly efficient, but you know what? I don't think that's the main reason why you'd buy it. I think that's just a bonus because you're also getting all of that great electric torque. Plus, you're getting the capability for that big Pro Power onboard setup. So when you consider all of those advantages, I think the hybrid here is definitely worth it. Of course, now I want to hear from you though, so go below. Let me know what you think of this F-150. As always, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member of the channel, and then come right back here to Truck King to see what we're doing next. See ya.